Yeah. Uh, Present. Word of me, yeah, yeah. The question is, how can you be in the past and in the future and still be in the present? Hey, the present is a gift. Open up the flower of life, right? Consistency is key, baby. Yeah. Hey, this going down my people right here. It was a blessing to wake up today. Not just my people in the struggle. I mean, my people that's trying to bubble too, right? Yeah, you gotta learn to believe in yourself. I gotta say, you can't love nobody until you love yourself. Word of me. No matter about this and that, all that I'm wrong, no matter what you're going through, gotta say, you always gonna be with yourself. Let's go. Fathers on crack, mothers on coke. Son is a hustler, daughter no hope. So what is left of our community? When I look around, I'm not seeing the common unity. Damn, babies starving, malnutrition, mothers dying, AIDS invention, cancer medicine way out of reach. When I'm looking for the teacher, there's no teachers left to teach. So where are the answers? When I'm looking for the dollars run faster. Inside now I reach. When I look inside myself, now I'm able to teach. One thing that I felt, I can't love nobody till I love myself. One thing that I felt, I can't love anybody if you don't love yourself. Hey, you mean the world to me. I gotta say you mean the world to me. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. I gotta say you mean the world to me. I gotta say you mean the world to me. Yeah, yeah. You're all that I want, everything that I need. Gotta say you mean the world to me. In here. We are back here in official. Welcome back to the Raw Truth Podcast. I'm your host, Knowledge. And today we stepping in with a message that is not for the timid, the shaky, or half committed. This one is for the chosen. This one is for the ones that's called. This one for those who feel that fire in their chest and know that they not here to play small ball. Today we're talking about being fearless and manifesting. Not being nice by shrinking yourself down to make other people comfortable, but becoming that vessel to be what you led to be. And that's in righteousness, aligned with purpose and protected by the spirit and power of the truth. What's up, world? How are we doing today? How are we doing today? You know, in part one today, we're gonna address being fearless and having an absence of fear and practicing obedience to that purpose. See, you know, the crazy thing about it is that most people think that manifesting is something soft. They think this by journaling, um, hoping something fall from the sky. But real manifestation is divine. It's divine. It's a divine purpose. It requires being courageous. It requires stepping in the rooms where don't no one know you, not where everyone knows you. It requires making moves that most would think don't make sense and trusting that blueprint. God put something in your spirit today that every breath put in your lungs is about you have to be fearless in that purpose. It's about deciding if your purpose is louder than your fear. So I have to ask, is your purpose louder than your fear? When God calls you, he doesn't ask if you're comfortable. He asks if you're willing. Are you willing to be that vessel? God not looking around us to see if we comfortable. A lot of people are being placed in uncomfortable situations just to get comfortable. You got to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. So stop trying to be nice and just be righteous. Be righteous. And the majority of people out here in this world, they not righteous. So you're gonna be different. You're gonna be different. You're gonna be different. I got a lot of things going on here with myself that it is openly said, hey man, come out and share with the world. Share with the world. And while I'm on this topic right here, I just got to take people back a little bit before we go all the way in with this podcast and and pay reverence. Pay reverence. Pay reverence to the ancestors. What up to the God, man? Dirty Mac, bro. I know you here with me all the way, man. We're gonna keep you moving and representing to the fullest, just like I told you I would. Just like I told you I would, man, from the beginning to the end. So it's this story, that definitely taught me about being fearless and being righteous at the same time. There's a lot of people that do or don't know that my partner Dirty Mac right here, man, best right hand, my right hand. He passed the pancreatic cancer last year. And it's crazy because last year was a whirlwind. And when I say it taught me to be fearless and to walk in my purpose, that is exactly what it did. Exactly what it did. Now, as we go to Dirty Mac's funeral after he passes from pancreatic cancer, in which I say, man, he was a stand-up fella, man, that helped thousands of people. This fella, Mr. Scipion Gooden, he goes with me to the funeral. When we go in the group, we go to the funeral, we get back, and three people decide to rob him for whatever reason they rob him. He loses his life. He loses his life in that robbery. Then, to make situations worse, we look at it, we say one leaves from pancreatic cancer, one gets robbed. Then I go to Alabama and I have a great friend, Tavares Marbury, Chicken, man. Shout out to Chillersburg, Alabama, Talladega County, Alabama. I go there. Tavares Marbury says, "Hey, man, you know what, man? Mike would love to see you, man. He would love to see you, Mr. Wells, and we're gonna go on and talk about them two people very much so independent just a little later. But I had to say, Chicken had pancreatic cancer. Same thing that Dirty Mac had, pancreatic cancer. Chicken passes of pancreatic cancer in August. 5 days later, the person he called Mr. Mike Wells, he gets robbed and killed and murdered himself. And you know, these are a few things going back, to talk about, the after Mike passes. This is, after the funeral. And to go into this is, it's a deep thing. And I say I have to be fearless because a lot of people in our culture are at the point where they don't want to speak on um homicides or different things that shouldn't be in our community that we have to push out. Like we want to talk about politics, government, food stamps, all these other things, but we have to clean out your house before you go clean others' homes. And man, there's a small community out there where there's a lot of love. There's a lot of very talented people, very welcome-hearted people. I have a long ancestral lineage that comes right there in Alabama, man. And I want to say major shots out to. Um, they have put me on a process of definitely being a journalist, and an investigator, and I'm very fearless at this point. I don't care if people say, "Hey, brother, you on some police stuff? That you doing stuff, that ain't nobody doing, bringing up like no. If you out here and you don't want to work or you don't want to hustle and you want to rob or kill, you need to be out of the community. I don't want you living by me or living by other people, and these are the things that you do. And I hope that there are a lot of other people that are fearless in it. But if not, I am definitely willing to bite the bullet. I'm willing to be the one that stands up and says, "Hey, enough is enough." And by the way, like I say, there's a long story, long story of Mike Wells that I'm definitely gonna push out and put. Um, Man, the guy was a legend out there to say the least. But there's two sides to every story. He was a great mentor, a great coach, but he also definitely had, a street side. He spent time in the federal penitentiary, and being in the penitentiary, he talked about a sheet of paper when when Chicken was there, he talked about a sheet of paper that people would smoke in prison and some type of spray that they sprayed on it. And he said that spray, it had a lot of people messed up. Like, it would mess people up. It was a way of them making synthetic marijuana. So the synthetic marijuana that he learned to make, I think he thought it would be a lucrative thing to do when he got out of prison. So he followed that blueprint. And following that blueprint made him, what a lot of people would call hood rich. He found a way to make synthetic marijuana, and I'm pretty sure he had a lot of people around him that looked at him like with jealousy. But at the same time, that synthetic marijuana, it messes with people's minds a different type of way too. So it's like building and helping, but then a part to be tearing up too. So I think there's a lot of reasons that maybe the police not even trying to a little bit, not in a rush to solve his homicide. But we definitely are gonna make enough noise to where that changes, because yeah, each one teach one, build and heal. And I want to get on, being righteous, bringing authority, righteousness that brings clarity, because this is, I feel like it's tearing families apart. As we gonna find out that there's family, there's people that were around that plotted on this fella for a long time. That plotted on him and knew exactly what they was doing. So, end of the day, to manifest, I think there was a part of him that I could learn from. That, I say he was fearless, and I'm not saying we need to go out and make synthetic drugs or nothing, but no, just live in your purpose. Live in your purpose, and and that means to stand firm. Stand firm even if you're standing alone. Like, if 9 out of 10, if you manifesting, you're not doing what everybody else is doing. They say 1% of the people are wealthy in the world. 1%. So do you think that 1% is doing what the other 99% is doing? No, no. You got to be intentional, and know that your spirit take for protection and direction. When you decide to be a vessel, you stop seeking. You stop asking people what they think. You stop watering down your voice. You stop apologizing for calling yourself the greatest. Because a vessel isn't responsible for how the world receives them. They're only responsible for faithfully delivering the word that God pours into them. You don't manifest by being liked. You manifest by being aligned. Alignment equals approval. Purpose doesn't equal popularity. Calling does not equal comfort. And once you unlock that understanding, fear cannot hold you. Doubt cannot stop you. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can block what's already been written with your name on it. All of our names have been written in the book of life. So it is definitely, definitely, definitely time to move forward to manifestation. And I mean a fearless form of manifestation. A lot of people pray for doors to open, but won't walk toward them doors. They beg for blessings, but won't release what's blocking them. I mean, do you kind of get that? I mean, a lot of people pray for doors to open, but then they won't even walk towards those doors for those doors to open. A lot of people beg for to be blessed, but then won't stop what's blocking them. If there's something to the best way to put this, if you're being blocked by, if you wake up every day and your phone is the first thing that you pick up, and you see that phone is making it where you can't accomplish the things that you should be accomplishing. um and I'm not just talking about taking notes, but it's great to write things down. But just the simple fact of anything that's blocking you, Some people can only think about women, think about men, think about dating. They're not taking the time to get comfortable within themselves. Manifestation only happens when you get comfortable with yourself. So with that being said, this is another episode of the Raw Truth. Just came to tap in for a second, and I want to leave everybody with that presence today of saying, man, be your greatest version. Don't ask for approval. Don't look for approval for no person. You were born worthy. Your name is in the book of life. Follow that purpose. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you was here with me today.